really big part of the reptile community are your favorite personalities, whether it's on the television, on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. And I've been lucky enough to meet most of these amazing personalities. So let's go over your favorite YouTubers, and I'm gonna tell you what they're actually like. My name's Adam, this is Diamond, you're watching Wicked Reptiles, stick around. Now this is part 4, there's a whole playlist right here if you want to watch the others. Spoiler alert, I like most of these people, but there's one at the end that we are going to tear apart, and there's a couple in the middle here that I've really changed my mind about, and we're going to keep this to creators that I've actually met. So no Camp Kenan, no Go Herping, but basically the rest of them, let's just get started. And by the way, they're on cue cards here. I wrote them all down, shuffled them up. My opinion as soon as I see the name, I have no idea who's gonna come next. Mike Tarantula. So Mike, I actually wanted to put in the last video, but there's audio. Anyway, Mike is one of my buddies. We are going to Madagascar in a couple of weeks. We went to Costa Rica together. I see him at expos. He's one of my best buddies in the community. Great channel. I've been watching him as a fan for a lot longer than I've known him. I got nothing bad to say about Mike Tarantula. Absolutely amazing. And if you're in Canada or the US and you want to buy hognose snakes, the Jungle Vault. Pretty awesome. The Tarantula Collective. Richard is a cool dude. I love his haircut. And just in general, basically the best in my opinion in terms of cinematics. There's nobody who does things better with a camera showing off animals than Richard. He is as good as the Discovery Channel. Will Nace. I was so lucky that I finally got to meet Will in Florida, which is where I met most of these at Animal Con last year. There's a video right here if you want to watch all about it. Will is 17 feet tall. Although he is 18 feet tall, he's a really good guy. Just 19 feet tall and plays with cobras. What's not to like? Reptiliadis, another one of the Peepa squad, the guys that I travel with a lot. We're going to same place, Madagascar, in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whenever we're going. And we went to Costa Rica last year. Super good guy. Another giant human being, and he takes really good care of really cool Shinisaurus and white-eye crocodile skinks, red-eye crocodile skinks, tree monitors. I love his channel, and overall, he's an amazing human. Tarantula Cat. This is another one we've never talked about on the channel before. I got to hang out with her a bunch in Florida. Her channel is mostly about tarantulas and inverts, although she does have a Mexican black king snake. Really cool. I love her personality. She does great things with her animals, and overall, a great ambassador for the community. I'll show you the next one. And that is Brian Barczyk. He has to be in here. If you think about reptiles and reptile YouTubers, this guy is the OG. If it wasn't for Brian, I wouldn't be doing this. Most people wouldn't. He opened doors for most of us. He has the coolest reptile zoo. I can't wait to see the expansion. Since the last time I did a video like this, I got to go hang out with him in person a couple of times. Spent a whole day at a zoo. Brian doesn't care about money at all. He spends every dime he's ever made on animals, and I absolutely love him for it. I had so much fun. I have not one bad thing to say about this great man. Okay, here it is, Jay Brewer. I have shied away, this might take a couple of minutes. I've shied away from Jay and saying anything about him because I don't want to say negative things about somebody I have a negative opinion about if I haven't met them or been to his place. I got to meet Jay in Florida. The first panel that I was a moderator for, Jay was sitting right beside me. And Jay surprised me. So here's the 3 things that I don't like about Jay's channel before we start. Prehistoric Pets, which is the biggest, I think, between him and Brian. I'm not sure whose is bigger anymore. But Prehistoric Pets, his animals are too fat. There is no getting around it. His retics are obese. Some of his berms are obese. The enclosures are often too small from what you see in the video, but I haven't been to his place. So I can't say with my own eyes. I'm just saying from what I see on the screen when I've seen his videos. The way he cuts open eggs, I'm not really a big fan of either. So those are my gripes with Jay. With that said, the idea that Jay does everything for money and doesn't care about reptiles is ridiculous. When I met him, he was literally in tears talking about his passion for reptiles. Everything he said was moving. Like, he's either the greatest actor on earth or he actually loves reptiles. So without guys like that who teach people that passion and show people that passion and open up people's worlds to a lot of these animals, I think it'd be a darker place. So yes, he's not a perfect human. Nobody is. There's some things that I really wish that he would change. But at the end of the day, Jay Brewer, he's a good guy, and I really do think that he loves animals. let's move on to the next one. All Canadian Reptile Girl. I love this channel. I think Annalise does an amazing job. This is, if there was a personality, if I had to like do a yearbook, most likely to be on the Discovery Channel one day, it's Annalise. She has the right personality. She's kind of like big and bubbly personality, but also very analytical the way she thinks. She knows more about reptiles than I do, and she's like half my age. Overall, I got nothing bad to say. I love this channel, and I'm really glad to see her grow in this space. Daffy's Reptiles. So Daffy's Reptiles, it's a smaller channel that deserves way more love. If there's someone that you're gonna go support on this list that you've never heard of, go to Daffy's Reptiles. Foddy is an amazing human being. I'm the host for Canada Reptile Expos and Canada Pet Expos. So if there's a pet expo in Canada, I host it. I get to go out there and I stay the weekend and I do all the social media and all that stuff. And generally, I'm kind of bored after the shows because sometimes I don't know people. I went to Ottawa. Foddy's like, hey, I've never met you before, but we're reptile people. Let's hang out. Come over. I'm going to show you my mountain horn dragons, which was a problem. Now I love them too much and I need to have them. But overall, the salt of the earth human being. I loved every second hanging out with this dude. And his collection is small-ish, but amazingly taken care of. And he's got alpine newts and he's got emerald tree skinks and he's got finger gecko. Like, he's got all these crazy animals that most people don't have. So it's very unique. I love his presentation style. Daffy, you're amazing, dude. Okay, let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one. I don't know about this one. This guy kind of rubs me the wrong way. Wicked's Wicked Reptiles. I'm very critical of everything that I do. I think everything I do is crap. And yeah, I mean, obviously this channel's doing okay, but I don't know. I think that the growth, if I had to like take a step back and look at my own channel, I think the growth, the way I take care of animals is much better than when I started. I have a lot, but I'm very lucky that I have enough time and you guys watch the videos, which allows me to do this full time. So I hope that you get enjoyment and education out of what I do. That's the entire idea. I love it. I wouldn't do anything else. This is basically, I'm living my dream, and it's because of you. So thank you guys so much. You're amazing. All right, speed round here. This guy isn't even a YouTuber. KJ2 Cozy. I hung out with this guy. He's a TikToker, by the way, Instagram. I hung out with this guy a lot in Florida. He's really young, and he's like 19 or 20. Very smart. The way he speaks about business and his channel, he gets it. This is someone to watch. This guy's gonna grow, and he's got a really cool collection. Nerd. Okay, let's talk about Kevin and Donnie. So I got to meet both these guys for the first time in Florida. I talked to Donnie on the internet a bunch, so I like Donnie, by the way. Donnie's a character, and I think there's a lot of people who have different opinions, but in my opinion, Donnie's a really good guy. And Kevin is, I mean, he is an OG. If it wasn't for Kevin, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. He kind of wrote the book on ball pythons, on many species, taming monitors. Kevin is, in my opinion, one of the most important people in the entire hobby, and he was very nice. Like, I never spoke to this guy. I didn't know he even knew who I was. He was very nice to me when we met, very down to earth, maybe one of the most influential and smartest guys in the hobby, but he doesn't act like that at all. He's just a regular dude. Donnie, don't get on his bad side. He will find out everything about anyone. He should be a private investigator. I love Donnie and Kevin. Nerd is awesome. I can't wait to go there eventually. Well, the next one I've not only met, I've spent a considerable amount of time with, Dav Kaufman. So Dav Kaufman and his 178 YouTube channels, I think overall he's a good guy. I spent 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks with him. Went through a whole bunch of stuff, did a whole thing. There's videos that are coming, all the Asia stuff. Overall, I had an enjoyable experience hanging out with him. I think as a YouTuber, he does a great job. His style is very different than mine. His is more vlog meets documentary. Overall, I got nothing bad to say. And, well, you can see our chemistry in all the videos, so. What's up, Dave? Again and again, I keep going back to I met this person here or there. I get to travel the world, and I'm super happy. And I try to offset my carbon footprint using Ren. Ren is a simple and effective way to make a difference in today's climate crisis. Ren is a website where you can calculate your carbon footprint, then offset it by funding a diverse mix of carbon reduction projects like tree planting, mineral weathering, and rainforest protection. I got a rainforest all over the world, so this really hits home for me. You go to the website, you fill out the questionnaire, and it tells you a little bit about your lifestyle when you tell it about your lifestyle, and that gives you an idea of how you can offset your carbon footprint. Once you sign up to make your monthly contribution to offset your carbon footprint, you receive monthly updates from the project you support. You get to see where your money is spent, and have photos and details on every tree planted, every acre reforested, and every ton of carbon that you help offset. Personally, I think reforestation is a giant thing. I've traveled all over Costa Rica and seen the palm oil plantations and seen deforestation in Asia. And the fact that Ren helps plant trees and reforest the earth, that to me is one of the most important things and why I am so excited to be working with Ren. Reducing your carbon footprint even a little bit. I ride my one-wheel places instead of driving. We can all do a little part to help the environment. It'll take a lot to end the climate crisis, and you can start helping today by learning more at ren.co. Offset your carbon footprint on Ren. And the first 100 people to join using the link in the description get an extra 10 trees planted in their name. Garden State Tortoise. So this is the winner of the 2022 Snake Discovery Build-Off. I love these guys. They do a great job with their tortoises. I think they're a great team. It's a husband and wife team from New Jersey. They take really good care of their animals. They are probably the most knowledgeable about turtles and tortoises in the field, in my experience, in the hobby, and they do a really great job with their cinematography as well. I love Garden State Tortoise. Reach Out Reptiles. So I didn't mean to do this, but Reach Out was the the first year winner of the Snake Discovery Build-Off 2021. Garrett is one of the most inspirational humans that I've ever met. He won the lottery with Thomas, his video guy. The entire team, Aiden, the entire team at Reach Out is amazing. The way that Garrett takes care of his snakes, in my opinion, he's a reticulated python, but super dwarf reticulated python breeder, is maybe the best that I've ever seen. I can't think of one bad. I know that I'm just saying nice things about everybody, but Reach Out Reptiles is, and Wild World TV is his vlog channel. It's one of my favorite groups of people ever. I will always make the 4-hour drive to Pittsburgh so I can go hang out with Garrett whenever I have the opportunity. Clint's Reptiles. So I only met Clint at the build-off. We didn't spend a ton of time together, but he's very similar to how he is on camera. He's goofy, he's funny, very knowledgeable, cool guy. He wore the shirt and the tie like a TGI Fridays employee. Either way, I got nothing bad to say about Clint. Very good channel, very good guy. All right, Snake Discovery. You might not like this. I'm kidding. I love Snake Discovery. Emily and Ed are salt of the earth people. I've said it in the other 3 videos. Like, the nicest people, exactly how they are on camera. A lot of people are very different than how they are on camera. Like, Dave is really polished, right? But in person, he's more of a person, so very different. These guys are the same. Their zoo is amazing, well taken care of, amazing staff. Every time I've ever had the opportunity to hang out with them, it's been an amazing time. Very nice people. Like you already know, Snake Discovery is the best. Kayla Roach, another Canadian that I get to see at all the expos. Really cool. I love hanging out with Kayla. She does a really great job with her animals. She's got a really cool collection too. A very fun personality. Of all the creators, she's like one of the goofiest and lets it show on camera. And that's why I like to watch her videos, because just her personality is very bubbly, unique, and fun to watch. M Zodic. We've never talked about M before. I love M. She's great. Her channel is great. She definitely knows what she's doing on the business side of things, on the animal care. She's got her foot basically everywhere. Thanks to M for sending me the Zen Habitats enclosure. We're going to do a video about it soon, but that's what's in the corner there. It's got monkey tail skinks in it. Either way, M is awesome. She does a great job with her animals, and she's a great ambassador for the community. Mutation Creation, Billy and crew. Amazing. Now, I've been to their facility. It's one of the coolest ball python breeding facilities I've ever been to. Just like, I don't know, everything about it's really cool. And they've got more than ball pythons there. But all in all, when you speak to Billy, you get tired. This guy has too much energy, and that's why I love to talk to him. Dan the Turtle Man. We've never talked about him before. We hung out quite a bit in Orlando at AnimalCon. Dan is like one of the most fun people to hang out with. When you're looking for someone and you want to have a good time, you want to find Dan. He's really good also with the videos that he makes. He's like, terrapins are kind of his main thing, but he does a lot with other turtles too. He does a great job, great ambassador, and he's the one who kind of spearheaded taking down that disgusting channel that we're going to talk about at the end. Dan, you're awesome. Can't wait to hang out with you next year. Catalia. We never spoke about Kat in the last one either. I spent quite a bit of time with her in Orlando again. Man, like, AnimalCon was the coolest thing. The videos was earlier. I don't know why too many people didn't watch it. It was the most fun thing I've ever done. Anyway, Kat is hilarious. She sings nonsensical songs about reptiles, and just overall a very cool vibe. And she's got like a farm She's like living the life that I want to live. Cat's awesome. Tyler Ruggie and Maddie Smith. These are cool people. Now this is a couple, they have different channels. I don't think Maddie posts too much anymore, but Tyler, he still posts quite a bit. They've got a really big collection. They've got birds and small animals. Tyler mainly focuses on reptiles, and he's got some really unique ones. His Aki enclosure is one of the coolest. I like hanging out with these guys. Animal Con, Snake Discovery. Anyway, I look forward to seeing these guys again really soon. Here's another underrated channel, Mystic Reptiles. Now, he doesn't put out too many videos because he's busy editing these videos. I edited this video myself so I could surprise him and put him in the video, but Matt has been editing basically all of the videos since September probably. He edited the Expo video, all the cool ones from last month. He helped me get ready to leave. He's helping me get ready to leave for Madagascar. I really appreciate this guy's help. Amazing editor, obviously. You've been watching the videos. But either way, he keeps a really cool collection, adds some B-roll to this channel, and everything on his own channel is really cool too. Overall, grade A guy. Super happy to have Matt on board with the WWR team, and the channel that he has is pretty awesome too. So if you're looking for something else to watch beside the 400 other channels I'm reviewing, Mystic Reptiles. Tyler Nolan. So Tyler is an interesting one because he was like on TV before anything else, or like maybe before, I don't know the exact timeline. But either way, he was on Ink Master season 3 maybe? I don't know. He's got a really cool personality, and it's exactly the same in person. I got to meet him in Orlando. In the way that he takes care of Venomous stuff is different than a lot of how other people do. He really promotes the positive way to handle. He promotes not doing things the way he does. I think he's one of the best ambassadors to the Venomous community, and just his presentation style makes it really easy to watch and really easy to learn. Serpa Design. So Tanner, of all the people, maybe I shouldn't say this, I'm gonna say it anyway, of all the people that I got to meet, I was the most surprised that he knew who I was. He called me Pickle Boy, which was hilarious. Of all the people I've ever met, this is what I was gonna say, he is the most different off camera, but in a good way. He is like a much bigger personality, super fun, very much like Dan the Turtle Man type vibes, in that if you want to have a good time, if you're around Tanner, you're going to have a good time. His channel is awesome, by the way. It's like very inspiring. I'm so glad Snake Discovery doesn't invite him to those build-offs. That would be like a cheat code. He's just too good at what he does. Mason Barnes, this is more of a TikTok guy and Snapchat, but I got to spend some time with him in Orlando. Cool guy. He's got a really cool collection, like maybe the most unique collection in a private collection that I've ever seen. And I'm also just jealous because lace monitors are like my dream species, and he's got a few of them. So I need lace monitors. 2 more. This guy I owe an apology to, Dingo Dinkelman. So Dingo was very cool when we met. We got to talk, really easy to talk to, not awkward at all. Sometimes it's awkward when you know people on the internet.
It's awkward.
Not at all. This guy has a big personality. He's the funniest guy in the room. He's very knowledgeable. But in the last video, or maybe the one before that, I talked about Dingo, and I said that I didn't know why he was letting his King Cobras fight. Now, I thought it was pretty obvious that I literally don't know. But he mentioned it, and he's right. I should have asked first. I shouldn't. And then I actually said something to him. I lied to him by accident. I said, oh, I corrected it in the next video, which I didn't. I actually did, but then I had the audio issues, which is why Kat and Mike weren't in the other video. Same thing. I had to cut his part out. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. The reason that they fight like that is it's a mating thing. It's completely necessary. And Dingo knows what he's talking about. I'm a Canadian idiot. So anyway, Dingo, I had so much fun hanging out with this dude. I can't wait to, if I ever get the opportunity to go to South Africa, it will be so I can hang out with Dingo. He is the guy. Dingo's the guy. Okay, let's destroy somebody. Let's tear a strip off somebody. Turtle Torture. I hate this group of channels. So I've talked about the murder box before, where they put animals in a box and they make them fight, which is disgusting. Turtle Torture. This is where they take freshwater turtles, like red ear sliders, they put them in the ocean, they glue barnacles to their back, and then they scrape them off with a knife. So Dan has covered this, Nerd has covered this, but in short, freshwater turtles do not do well in salt water. You can't just put them in salt water, right? They don't have barnacles on them because they're not from salt water, they're from fresh water, unless they're terrapins, which could be brackish water. And they have nerve endings on their shells. So these guys are making thousands of dollars, getting millions of views, and they're literally torturing animals in order to do it. I understand that it's satisfying to see barnacles get scraped off a shell, but it's disgusting. It's bad. These people are bad. They're terrible humans. I hope that they feel the wrath of the internet. I'm not going to name the channels because I don't want you to go see them, but I think they're gross, and I don't want you to think that I just scratch the back of everybody. If there's a bad channel, I will call them out. I've got no problem doing that. But that's it. Let me know, what are your favorite channels in the description below, in the comment section rather. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I would love to do a part 5 if you want. And as always, Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you get discounts on the merch, extra videos, behind the scenes, a whole bunch of stuff for as little as $1. That's it. Because I do videos twice a week, that means I'll see you in the next one.